Mamo akwaba bajumadie so I movement showbiz na ene ye able-bodied pundits ene ye babe chichi inkomo akese pa ye babe share events mo this week events big course so ye be share events planning ye be share mo security senia omo share mo so mo attend those events, you know. We will go into that after Ansana me introduce my guest no. Mami ndi kan enfa asida kese Emma Aligina makeover. Aligina makeover makeup artist or ye menim. Nti de bia won se me ho ayefa me pacho. Fa asida ma Aligina. Ansana ye be wi adwumadie we me de ne number no ebetu twa. Afei mami introduce my guest. Me bra penny pundits, radio presenter, in fact entertainment hadie or waye adwuma ni biabi kojo preko dankwa mema wa kwaba esan ba yedwumade so kojo asa babio akwaba ene ye ba bedi nkomo nchim pacho focus
nkomo na ni edi bia boko
nyami adom na wo
nyami adom kakra yekoso
nyami ase
umuza
nyami ase ave me guest o ka ho Fifi Amaziba. I call him a fashionista because me huneda on dressy yeda. In fact, kono, and he's very knowledgeable in me and the
no kono sectionam.
Hey Kojo, me pacha wa me introduce him again. I inti pundita our knowledge our entertainment industry mupa your other guests on be joining ye enchibia. But for now no yen share in common as say you are welcome once again to my show. Amansiba Kojo.
Thank you.
Nampacho area to saying how has the week been?
It's been hectic anyway. Pressure won't but ben kakra
Amansiba, how's life?
We can't complain. Even though the cities, you know, running away from the dollar now. We can't say we turn into Burkinabe or Togolese. We are still Ghanaians.
We are. It's true though. The city has fallen down flat.
Down flat.
To say that Kelvin boy kind down flat. But we will survive. We will survive. You mean Johnny free hand? Yen ko in common. I believe that this week mo who say events be akokoso to say Tidal Rave. Kojo, were you in attendance of any event this past week?
No, but I think I nearly did the Tidal Wave. That was Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
I nearly, but we been a train intimate to me uncle.
Okay.
So I decided to have a look at it
online.
Yeah, online and all that. Yeah.
Pacho yana wakatri bebre amame na yashefo ninya entias.
Matias.
I want to bam Pacho this week. What attend the events and I want monitor events be a course be.
Yeah. Like you said, I was also, you know, so fascinated to be at the Tidal Waves, the one at Kokobiti, right?
Yes.
But apparently, it taking me out of Accra, so I had to, you know, rush to Kumasi to also, you know, attend to something a bit different.
Okay.
Because Kumasi, a year is a big deal. Yeah. So if I build a family there, and I say, this weekend now. Definitely.
So
gotta be there.
So quiet. So quiet or Konongo, quiet or Kumasi.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And ye need just some, but you need to Kumasi for dear. So no, the party no be film kakra no. A hobby there.
After I didn't do Nipano or until what else again?
That's true.
You can't cry more than the bereaved. And WONTUMI can say Nipana, we will not or corner. Will be so many some.
As I am by.
Yes, him.
I'm fine. That's just by the way. So far, no watching me monitor at the reviews, especially the Tidal Rave. Research, you know, from poor sound to a late start to Kwashe. I can't say Kwashe a refo. Omuria dear, that's pickpockets. To the extent, cutlasses near Dina. In fact, there were out of 100, they bet me I can say 90. Bad reviews of Tidal Rave. So far, no, I didn't watch it, and what are your thoughts?
Okay. Sa issue yo. Me fano 2 ways. Baako ne say me say anase me say krom ha yemfa event yemfa event organizers ene omo event krom ha no obi beka say there's no responsibility on them after or before and after a event na omo no. It's not exciting any longer.
Okay.
Say you walk room hanom na among for a event anytime, anyhow, anywhere, without any authority coming in to double check and check them. Say obedi eduane na say FDA beka chem so person you double check. Even though FDA will not check the watch seller, but so who could be a shop now we are now branded the person yourself a wood and brand now on testing chance effective money pa. But oye you could galin the one be checking no. It look as if there's so much indiscipline within the event sector. I will krum hanom. Then tina make us obi be to me the Michi aye ni poster. Na be pet Michi intino na makutu yeska na makwa kotena ho. At the end of the day, Michi emba eye event no. No suspension, no letter, nothing to the event organizer no. Wafa no wedi wajini sika oko without any hustle from the authorities in this country. Obi be catch us obe start event 9 p.m. Now we shall see be 1 a.m. No discipline. There is nobody checking, double checking how this thing
is being organized.
It's being organized and all that. The next thing they care about is that GRA is standing by the ticket side and taking the VAT or probably the taxes that will come.
Okay.
I think it's very insulting to we the attendees or we the people who patronize these people. Meaning, but I've done checks with Ghana Tourism Authority, and I think that I'll put the blame, okay, our Ghana Tourism Authority. So because why? For instance, if you attend events like Tidal Waves, beachside and all that, it comes under the tourism regime.
Okay.
Therefore, there is a need that Ghana Tourism Authority will have to get a department or a section of them Sebi taking responsibility when it comes to events in this country. Even though I know that they've gone through processes with event organizers in this country to have some policies where they will design it in such a way that every event that happens in this country will have to go through that process or that regime so that BBC we can hold those people responsible. If hotels in this country are being graded 5-star, 2-star, 1-star, I'm expecting say we should start grading event organizers in this country so that discipline will be installed, so that when I go for event, nasi yedimichi to nasi michi amba, the responsibility of that particular event organizer no, either you refund the money back to these people who took, time, travel to you to come and sit there and they didn't get what they needed. We have to refund the money back to them, or you do halfway. And then ECG4, I said by Monday, they're going to, give bonuses or whatever to people affected with this same ECG issue they see, you know. So why can't we do the same thing when it comes to events in this country? Am I indisciplined also? Obia sorry or say me event. No wa ko nyaska kakra no akọ just baby kitwe bi ne aba betenet na ho no ma gigi sika no ma sponsor sika no mo ko no ma for mo ho edi. Now back to the Tidal Wave thing. And I know that GTA is in touch or is in talks with the Tidal Wave organizers. I'm waiting.
That's the Ghana Tourism.
Yeah, Ghana Tourism Authority. I'm really waiting for them to come up with a serious statement to really deal with it. Because listen, people have passed through hell. What tidal wave in him. I mean, the things that we have heard.
Yeah.
The tweets that I have seen. Man for kasa ebi dwane jomo barefoot, yaji jomo phones, cutlasses on their neck, and all those things, and they are gone. Sebi, se nipa nukra ne properties, wajini na tidal wave you won't pay. The only thing you want to come and say is that Sebio, you apologize, and this thing will not happen again. My point here is that you started this thing almost 2001. You've been doing it. When you did it at your friend is Pram Pram or whatever, Adan, Honing, how was security like? Now, I hear that even this particular event that they did, even the bridge in the Cromonam, so what they call your friend is saying, Beach on the Crano, I am wrecked because there were a lot of people there. So you can imagine if, sir, you know, fast bridge, you know, fast in the middle of this issue now. You can imagine what would have happened. And I don't think it is fair. So if things like this will continue to happen to us, we will have shows done at Independence Square. We'll end up having people being robbed. Cars have been broken into. People have taken people's properties in the car, phones, everything. Because sure, I mean, from my phone call, me to car him anyway.
Okay.
Well, no man okay, thinking that that would be the safest place because if Crimea, na me ba na see ye boom windscreen or say door, na see ye kwa, and I can't hold anybody responsible. There's nothing that holds or that ties that particular friend is an event person, no, to be accountable to those things. Sabi ya, me ya, say my sister ne ko bi na sabi ye di nechi. And or then the NCC form na 190 fi kokuru bi te abadan so man and na 190 fi abesia kola pasa. It hurts. And I don't think as I say idea we need to investigate it. It's becoming I mean too much in the system. Because you close event and you close at 2 a.m. 1 a.m. and you expect me to pick a Uber. I don't even know the driver, so you comfort so you there na be issues. And we don't go back to go and check what has really happened. Or no, the kind of say event was nice. Why what when you're profit or corny baby, the next time he will do it again, people will come and the same thing will happen. I think something should be done. I need this thing. As I said, ministry or GTA should set example with the tidal waves one. Other than that, it's going to be another because you see, December is coming. December and GTA for now, catcher said they've stamped 50 events. Okay. Nipa beko. Security is saying foreigners eba krumha. Ebisi dan ko ya momo. I mean, yen to me tina krumha ndi sa agro no.
That brings me to the question, and that goes to Kojo and Amanziba. Say, do you feel, say, our security service, police, and anybody in charge of, protecting our peace, should query organizers of Tidal Rave and hold them responsible in a way compensates the victims?
Yeah, and I make
okay.
But as I said, GTA, police there. So no the Uber friend and oko because onim so koye event. Event bia sebu be bia no any location be bia no e won hihye. And I think the Ghana Tourism Authority and there was akwenya no and WONTUMI eye de no. Like I said, minim say eye Tidal Wave organizers and GTA for shoma from. I'm waiting for a presser, I'm waiting for an action to be taken. Say I'm maso dia yen for mo ho nchomo because sebi so bi wu ya and can say obi mami and obi sister obi auntie na ekono because of a show in there. And I don't think it's fair. So for security, no. Police people cannot come in. I think it's a formal complaints na amount for a year and more dia. Then WONTUMI fair organizers But see the way amount for say call social media so to say as I said Sebio agrada die sanka oman sorry to tomona anko police obi anko case omu de Sebio omu nyima but obi call police here say this is what happened to me wahanoma organizers will be called to police for them to take action on. Yeah.
About your answer na yebeti amanziba adwintreno. Mama fa kwa we so introducing my next guest or yenyum tini awajidi ewo krom ha pa your friend Kirani Ayat. Me hope you're correct.
Yes.
Akwa baba your studio. You're very welcome. You're looking sharp.
Thank you.
Don't worry. You didn't come about your industry. Say industry as ever won pa or your musician events. Yeah, baby, Ghana artists and make it the most money.
True.
If I'm not lying.
Yeah.
And we'll take your opinion on this. Amanziba, what about you? Do you think at this point, actually 1 week since the Tidal Rave, the only thing that has been addressed or told to the victims is your apology? And by now, feel say police, as some of them, and nipa no moti social media complain no, I say make official reports that they are taking on and
Well, Michi, my minchia ashafo, minchia was in Chubio one bia. Me, I agree 100% with what Kojo said. But there are a few questions I believe that you know say bisaya ho. If my memory really serves me right, about a month or two ago, my own brother show, Kojo show, a rep from Ghana Tourism Authorities, GTA, right? Kofi Atakra, yes, he came on the show. And this same issue that's been ensued that we are discussing today, it cropped up. Then we're asking him there, okay, fine.
I remember.
Atakra, what's the say here? Mama Kunya event centers. It should be under GTA. You want to have full control of it. I'm asking. I asked him the same question there, but at the point, then it was sounded a bit provocative. Reason there say, it's there. If all event centers should be under your care, then that means that every event that goes on there, security-wise, you should also be in the known of it. No, so until them, but Martin there say, we make sure those event centers will be secured. So if those event centers is secured, that place, you and I know we've been going there every now and then. Like what you said, the footbridge that leads to that venue. One, there's a big question mark on it.
okay.
I have been there before. Obinam Bridge in the water. You understand it?
Yes.
Again, say compare tidal waves. No, global citizen festival. Watch it. Global citizen, because of the presence of the president, security first class.
Yes.
These same organizers of tidal waves, they watch it. Some of them were there. Didn't they see what happened there security wise? We complained there. One Ghanaian artist can show was shaman. We in a month, no amount of iPhones, what on circle 20 Ghana cities in Asafo. We complain about that. I'm again asking organizers of that event, Tidal Waves, when they in the known that something of a sort had happened somewhere before, no one again, so on Cherimpa, my president, a bass or your global citizen. Didn't they see how beautiful the place
the setup,
was? The setup, the organization, security, not the kind I have ever seen
in Ghana. Wow.
Even not the VGMA, where it is in an auditorium. Security even wasn't that up. But I agree because of the presence of the president. And to say about my event, moving on, say about my event, our monies that we invest into it, it wouldn't go waste now. These are critical areas that I believe that we all need to look at. One, because say it's a billion cities. This is an event, the next day you come back and say there, that event you put up, it was beautiful, but people didn't come. One, because of security. Also, they are scared that when they come, what if you a market to name from Kokobite to Dansoman, which probably I might not have that strength to go from Kokobite to that place. Again, what was the transport measures they put in place? Because Kokobite, when you are even standing at Kokobite Junction, and it's after 8:39, you hardly get car to that place.
Get a car, yes.
You understand it?
Yeah.
These are all part of that security, that measures there. You better my buses. why to and fro from that time to they be able to into being obeka dey bi one wapun program no we program up do be fia only na car and fan ba mo bi ba ka attack there kojo record the phone ato na car lim mo bi wa bu glass mo ba be you understand it police say when you get them in the known then you tell them they also come to ascertain what is supposed to be done there. What should the magnitude of a Juma more your honor, you power about Harman? No, what would okay find them not that. A year police be a baby 20 and 50 BP. We need over 1,000 police officers. Yes. But again, we are also living in a country whereby one policeman is taking care of about 1,500 people. So when about 1,500 policemen goes there, imagine your life. You also are home.
Yeah.
Imagine you to your life as well. You see, so me, I am thinking they were when putting such events together, could you say something in there? Grading of event organizers or grading of events, organizers. You see, it's about time, man. You able put that cap on it, so that when you are organizing an event or you want to organize an event, you can go for consultancy works, right? In terms of security, logistics, it will be a flawless event. Now, Obama, who's event organizer, Sika, or the share or event, it won't go wait because the next day, say, Sunday, Christmas Day. Probably maybe I might have that interest in wanting to put up a show in my hometown, Apam, right? And if I put such a show there, let's say, every America came or work at Apam. Okay, what's so security wise? Oban them up in a scam that will go waste. You understand it? Yeah. It's the same thing that is also happening or that happened there. Say, Sika is the best. Let's say security wise will be a show for no life. Then that means that Kojo won't come. I won't come. We'll come and sit on radio. And I mean, can't spell on the show that your security should be paramount to you. So if you haven't seen those things, please don't do A, B, C, D. Yeah. Don't go. And so, that events in this country. But also moving on now. Now kind of recently. All global citizen. The show they put up there, it was it was superb. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was amazing. Security. I must say, in my entire life, that was the only event I have ever attended. Outdoor security. Or on top. Because of the president. Or on top. Event organizers, it's about time. You share such examples. Then we also emulate it elsewhere so that our hard-earned investment cash can be recouped back again. If not so, say this event bim, let's say nipa nkwa. Because all of these things, this measures you didn't put them in place. That's true. Right? On the nature, sound. It was a major problem. Why do I have to pay for an event? Like you said, why do I have to pay for an event? Then Michi is on the bill. Probably maybe Michi is the reason why in time. Maybe I haven't seen Michi before. Probably maybe I haven't seen Asha before. Into what's the Asha and Sakodi, right? Yeah. It's coming there. Into Mo Bahanum Shatawale is coming there. My Baboshe, my icon, Mowali, Atasa. Nemo do Hormon, ne Wale Waka no show. Better. And as sister, Mr. Kana mother share. Babu Chia never by Jane. At least they don't know that for me come and back. And I'm a boy. But could you tell me this will be some move which the Miscal bed aside bill? Why can't the Marco to a Jana tune? It was just what's the only. It was just in the watching the watch run or I was so to take it. You understand it? I mean, then take it. Take it will have to be effective now. Yes. You scan. And then I know it's a 1 hour toy. I mean, slide in by this time and all that. Just as they are doing at, for instance, Muslim, what they is saying that henceforth, you better take it very digital or electronic. Is that going to make it any easier to refund? Very easy, yeah, very easy to refund. And you see, so because I may have your friends say Black Sheriff. Now I shall say now if about to man sound or a whole night tune. Now a brand new stage in also no qua. Okay. What kind of thing is this? I said no. Don't you mean blame me? Artists no. What the share events organizers? Could you? I remember the thing that you said in 2015. In 2015, it was in Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Wale was on top. Hi, Shatta Wale Mial, you know. Then old school reunion, Love FM. Engaged the service of Shatta Wale. Shatta came. Then Kwakesi was getting off the stage. Immediately Kwakesi got off stage. Then the sound, everything went off. Shatta stood there for like 5 minutes. Still sound check, mic check. The thing didn't come back again. Then Wale went to his hotel and slept. He didn't come back again. We followed Wale back to his hotel to apologize to him that it wasn't blah blah. It wasn't a sabotage. He said it was sabotage. It wasn't a sabotage. So you should come back to. He said no, Charlie, I don't go come again. We did whatever that we can. Big shout out to DJ Rubin. We did whatever that we can. Myself and him. When Wale says, you know, I'm not playing. Truly, he didn't play. You see, I feel with this, it actually also taught us a whole lot of things that moving on, some of these things probably have to be checked because backstage, there are lots of, wires all around. So someone would have stepped on that wire, then the next thing, it is gone off.
But I might be a quick one. Share a global citizen there, okay. Artist backstage. Why no one who's on Mujino Mechu no ma if we Sasquad for your Mejigway. As you say, yeah, eventer. I hear Michi backstage, Nipa by 10 and the Jina stage na Subi. And there are wires, of course, only than the name. Obey the night be.
Yeah.
Also, more Beje fans, no be cram, might no be Nama, no be far, no. Why?
But Kojo, Beyonce and Cardi B and this only Papa Preba stage and Kasobia.
I'm a so crazy.
Embassy. Where they me patch up. Mammy introducing the guest our join here. As for I have a great pundit in the building.
Of course, he's great. Why not?
Me boni dia Obehono. Kwesi Ernest. Ena ene yenene eba betwetwe enkomo akoaba eba yejumade.
Point of question, I think
a doctor lawyer. Kwesi Ernest.
Good. It's not me titles.
Me purchase over 1 month in Casa myself. It is not easy to achieve these.
May I find out when the trauma details?
Thank you.
About trauma, no, to me, skipos that
doctor. Yeah.
Person needs to go on 3 months leave.
It's true.
Yeah, without pay.
Yes. So you mean the lawyer? For the lawyer, that's fine.
Yeah.
If the lawyer is okay.
Yeah. At the bar, this is acceptable.
Yes.
Yeah. At the bar.
Dr. Kwesi.
Mommy correcting me. Tasha form. Doctor, lawyer, Kwesi Ernest. And I'm honored to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much, my dear. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
No, Papa. I think my first time coming one-on-one close to you like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I always see you around and all that kind of things are happening.
What are those things happening? What are those things happening?
See, the Chroma does say the woman is social media.
Oh, one day.
So, back to your Komona Yedi. Kirani. Obaye Onkasai, you heard of the event Tidal Rave?
Yeah.
Were you in attendance?
I was actually.
Okay, now we catch you, Mammy.
Matt.
Really?
And she. House for the catch.
Aye, there be a Ghana.
Okay, when I'm a gun, okay, Mutani.
Bilingual. Wow, I say you didn't know so come.
Let me sort it out.
Good job, my bacho.
Think about a comedy that make a yak America. You cannot keep this a one gun program. Mutani, my young Mutani Zongo. So Masun Magana, I'm back over the Shibasu Jim. Gaskiya, Magana.
Gaskiya, but you're sitting.
I say, Kasama, Mesumenko for Betty. Since it's a Ghanaian language and the show is a Ghanaian show, yeah, for variety, a tree, the house of Sanobia on the show, which I think is good.
Because of show, we miss you,
Auntie, no kind.
Yeah, I don't know catch him. He was advising that No problem. Me can't me from me house.
Yes,
I'm sure could you thought you were speaking Chinese.
Let's get right into it. Events, no reviews, what was your reaction as an artist?
I was on the ground. For me, I experienced it firsthand. So in the beginning, it's a beach concert, so it was really nice beach vibe because we used to have a lot of beach events in the past, but nowadays I think Tidal Rave is literally the only one that I know of in the capital.
Okay.
So now you're very positive for buyer, but it definitely had its challenges, like you mentioned. A quite now the Beko Hono, and said and yesterday about these things need to be checked. It wasn't really good. And then aside that, if you listen security no so issues were kakra, so that should have also been a priority. But also the transport, saying Kofu be brave free Accra has say and so I mean my elders have already said it. The sound was also an issue at a point because some artists were on stage, but now WONTUMI what they were even doing. Yeah. So if you listen all the things on Mukai, moving forward, see our global citizen actually and what an actual proper show
should look like. Yes.
Yeah, into say Ghana is literally say Obia person by Ghana. Obia sorry December you mean how many millions will perform back home. So each event needs to live up to the standard because Obia say Ghana and so Obi free first world neighbor home he has an expectation who will be beautiful, into Obana, at least, of course, it's a developing country, but some level be honoma expectations needs to be met. Now, so Obana will form cra. It's also not good for the PR of the country. Obeko back on somebody, Obeka say now my tickets. If they Ghana say Ghana tickets for
pound $1.
So expensive. Into Obana events doesn't live up to the standard. Me feel say it doesn't speak well of us. And the industry and all of that. Into say and try and sort all those.
Okay, into as an artist, you can say you were built to perform at Tidal Rave. What it is, your fans have been attacked. What is your first course of action?
The first course would be to issue a statement, obviously addressing the situation, and then the next course of action would be to get the relevant entities involved to start an investigation, because once someone has been robbed, someone has been attacked, someone needs to be held accountable. Yeah, and after we really see, you need to let your fans, the people who took the trip to come all the way to Kokobite to watch you perform, know that you actually care for them, because so you need to be involved. So the power as an artist will be to pull each string to reach out to every relevant entity to get an investigation going so that the fans can get some form of justice has to be done.
Good. Yeah. Lawyer, maybe chance and I didn't come after Tidal Rave happened over the weekend, last weekend. Reviews were bad security, poor timing, bad sound. Echo House organizers of Tidal Rave. A program we almost started some organizing, and amongst other programs. Inti then I would say a problem now. WONTUMI discipline about.
Okay.
And your mind some put in place to protect the Ghanaian.
I think most of event organizers, for the lack of a better word, are taking most of patrons for granted. They bring you far more. Omutu sika be programs no ya fa onfo so e ka so bia for before so what you say good ya fa onfo actually say enne yi level economy e go mi no difficult so bi betuma anya 100 Ghana cedis say oba be betua program no aba be hwe program difficult so bi betuma aye ward no anya 50 Ghana 2 million 5 million so oba be spend it on a program so ska no again, no one about best spend you. Oba gate fee 100 Ghana. Oba reach Jinga. Oba no mort. Oba no munisio. What you will be a wet ho. Obedidi. Into one set of event, you organize the event back one. The chain of one more benefits, the chain of benefit nkorofo mfaso dia ye nya free mu one more to aduane de oche bayire de oye we benefit eba no. It's a whole thing all together. Into Tidal Rave event now muhuye no. The business a business manager be manual script mfaso dia a debate to the economy. The kind of self-employment it gives to people.
To the people there.
Even to the community now honumna anya sam ketwa. Nti ebe ma sefin bebre say obi betra na on to me nye homework yie. Na on to no boss ma event no enkoso. The kind is we are seems to be getting too many amateur people as event organizers in Ghana. No kre hon. We are getting too many amateur people, say, because and they will be able to say, many 100,000, many 200,000, my person me a show. Into our friend Shatta Michi, Shatta, Michi, what's up? My show, okay, how much? 20,000. No about uno dom, no or 2 deposit, blah blah blah. Or you only baby a rented sound. Into Obia or nim say, only baby a rented speaker. And I say artist manager, yeah. And obi or could you telephone number be so artist manager. Indeed, we are not getting professionals who are well trained in their job, properly with event management, with artistry, artist management, to come to the front. The last time I was telling somebody, Mrs. Asana, artist manager, management, and I wouldn't have been able to live Just Blessing to where she is today. I wouldn't be able to live Kofi Sapong and all the other artists that I've worked with. So Sanetia, I think it's kind of difficult. Mr. Napa, my friend Manziba, Fanon Kojo FM, with the camera question so you, so Nana Mary, no, I was on a nanky, crack. Do I say no, I think you on number post to, oh, what you there? Me just, I don't even, this is the standard. Now, I'm more be a so event organizer. And say I'm control, sir, the deficiency now. It's going to lead us into all these problems we are seeing.
Be a canker.
Because it's a big canker in our creative space.
It's true.
So, Obinye Sika, instead of being employed event organizer. So, as you may see, hey, you must see, I brand to be the Just Queen. Hey, are you expecting this? My men call high the service, na men from programming, men scanning media, event media, but my men first scan empire professionals, na men actually. No, I'm on running show no and from mammy. You a year mawa. Say a year at Tanamino, Uncle Bassam will be a year and a money 21 gun salute. Yes, sir. But people don't want to do that. You have the same investor, the same bank ruler, same person wanting to organize, same person wants to be that this.
They want to cut corners.
Just say, on only Pabako, TV station on one idea, on one or switch a light. Or also a camera person, or also a welfare manager,
programs
or
manager,
also a program manager. The same person now, at the same time, just into here, and no man I basa. And that is the canker, FOCAP and other bodies. We need to begin looking at the table of monarchy. We need to look at all these bodies coming together and see how I meet my year conference orientation to sensitize people about what is happening. I know you're one. The tossing me know is with the musicians. I think that largely enough. How many musicians know Kremha? You're from an event, so one man no performance. WONTUMI submit or your friends technical running or a order. How many musicians?
They'll tell you are too known.
Anna, one friend said,
Michi, you are too known.
They'll run
one
it down.
friend said, Michi, I want you to come and perform for me at Labadi Beach. Now, sit better and say, oh, okay, my manager will send you my rider. My technical rider for you to come. Next week is Ghana Music Awards. Next Saturday, the Ghana Music Awards. And I'm the head of production. I may friend one artist. And beside say, please, what are you doing on the stage? I said, what I'm doing, I haven't thought of it, but we are going to do the show.
Wow.
Wow. Example.
Okay.
Maybe what are you doing on the stage?
Yes.
I said, oh, I haven't thought about it. I know we are going to them say no. Yeah, sure, no. Before you want to come on it, you have to script your show.
Give it to us.
And your stage work. I want you to script it and give it to me.
So that you don't go off it.
So that I'll be able to fix your lighting. I need to know, say, Shatta Michi, the lighting or backstage, this is the lighting effect I need to do for her. This is the sound quality, this is it. Ese me ye bibia the mount. Say the bay I'll be stage here. You don't come and mess up because it's an international show. Yeah. We are live in UK. You can't just come and do anything. Which now for Father, thank you for this education. I never know. And this is the canker we need to also talk about.
Yes.
So your musicians, they are too much financial mandate. So I do any man as my manager. No one watch this camera. Because most of them don't have professional managers.
They have managers.
Some of the managers even don't know what is called technical rider.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know the rider. So say the new man say as man say come set a meet work music problem. They only that's what more than tankers. Until they don't know. Until obedient artists nankasa no what to me akonya the kind of all these things will happen. Because as an artist, before Obeko be as no, you must know first of all, anything you want dress rehearsals. You must first of all be at the program. First of all, afternoon, go and do your sound check. Be here to know say, hey, Matisse show where ya billboard ya the me to so we are seeing will be ashame. I need to be able to go and see what is happening on the ground. Into what first of all, you have to see the venue. Because you say binum car traffic for almost about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Good.
Even baby on park.
Thank you.
About program no.
Michi, say I dey artist no. Odi can call no call surveillance. And then the management call no call surveillance ya. And ko be hu say Kokrobite road no say a holiday and I program a beach. The place is jam. Away jam up. Inti me if I'm a manager, na me just best the first thing I will do is that I will have to go there and scout a nearby hotel. And then fix my artists in at that hotel.
That's it.
Because we are a business for the day. You are trying to make 40,000. Why do I need to go and I said I didn't tell some contract more, let me call wiki back. When I have a job to do.
Close.
So you go there, close. What could scout to hotel be? What could book? What do artists now to? What prepare no? And then no bedi what order bibi or say hotel or arrest bibi or here be a swimming pool come on and kakra I refreshed emotionally. Then time no swan. What are you going to do in
the West event? You call for security.
In the West event, they won't hear I am Mopo boys, hold left and right.
No,
then give artists in now. We are the tower cutting through a new grass here, kikri, no conjure stage. 5 minutes, we're ready to our stage, we're performing. Into your artists that so and these are the problems we keep having because there's no proper orientation with our musicians. They are only interested in collecting the money. And some of them, even when they've collected the money, no, they will not even use some of the money to even prepare themselves for the performance. Or just kind of or just come up for that. And you know, sometimes, you know, when I was doing the Blaze on the Hill show, program, Michi, artists to me could just show back what takrade. We were trying to come from a show of Kono. Look at Kowu and takrade. How greedy can you be?
Wow.
What papa na dey for Ghana? So papa kra na dey for Ghana. Catch and say me present me bucket message and na mama. Me promise.
It be happy to patapa. If you know Manso Dantano, from Manso Kwanta to Manso Dantano, it's about 6 hours. What this show e wo Kumasi no be fa show na say Dantano show no. Kura ka kwan nim. There's no one more travel third road there in that town. Then obefa kromo me wia na obe semba Kumasi. Show the time so yen so obe ba be show no ba dey apol show no and man chili tum. Oh Manso Dantano. It takes you about 6 hours to drive from Manso Kwanta on the Boasi road to that Manso Dantano. There's no third road in that town.
You see, Kaji Magana no Mokeyina. That is the problem. Michi. So even and you can imagine Eastern region and Takrade. Eastern region, any voter region. So we are artists so your mom, your child will be after show, one more 30,000, 300 million, and the gun is car will be about 300 million, say bomb show mommy. Now was also another event organized as well. Another 300 million. Sir, met me a crow to me. And I do 10 p.m. helicopter crane too. The man who's a helicopter too. No, I can say here where the Mefa helicopter from me Eastern regional. I be saying they are for crow. Na can they plane ko be sin duano so na ye dey atwede
Kaya na be too.
So car na be too. And one not careful. Na hwi kunya accident na ko wu a. whose fault? You were looking for 60,000 Ghana cedis on that day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no, you had death. You discarded the question. So this is what greediness, orientation, unprofessionalism is doing to our musicians. Because we don't have professional managers to manage the artists. We don't have proper event organizers in this town. And we don't have proper orientation. Musicians, hate na betu no kwanso. And you know they were not even sure that the song is going to be a hit.
Yes.
And already you know shata message you go find you no go to TikTok. And on the buy omudi diasa. And girls you so mu, hips girls you so mu. And almost the you and blue. The only so the preparation and all the orientation everything. This I don't idea baby near way. We don't have all the structures. If until we are able to address this canker, say now this is it. There should be a school to train artist managers. Okay. There should be a school, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years you go, you have a certificate that you have what's here. But can you just wake up and you're holding a camera?
So we are a camera. But Ghana had a HIC. HIC. I call you no, you're the and a jumano. Nti ejuma bia odebema obia no obetimi aye.
You can also boys must survive, but you can't survive not in a company. No, you can't come and mess people's life up like that. Yes, true.
It's serious.
You don't need to allow. No, you're an artist. You don't have to allow because see sometimes the damage that it gives you. I've seen them. The after event write-up that are coming.
Yes.
There was a guy. If the guy has written his ordeal. The amount of ordeal the guy went through from a real 10 o'clock that he wanted to attend the Tidal concert, first beach program, no, to an adult 11 o'clock field program. I say, you should see what the guy has written. And if we event organizer, now who say this is what somebody has to go through simply to come and pay gate fee for you to make money. You will not mess up with the business. Yeah, for a chairman wontumi a fool cannot buy this car. Yes. Because it takes a wise person to be able to make good money. Yeah. And so Yentia says, this is our profession. We want people, corporate Ghana, to respect us that the creative industry, we are in full control. Jack, we are not in control.
At all. At all. And that is why that brings us back to the fact that Echo House is a very experienced in event organization. Inti, you have mentioned orientation. Amanziba has talked about orientation. Orientation, in nature, it's not physical structures. It starts from the mind, the brain. Tuning, you know, getting the right people for the job, and not just hiring, cutting corners. So the Amanziba I say, cheso. I say, you know. But global festival, I bet you. Say this is how a show is supposed to be organized. So what's preventing us from emulating and copying idea yehu? Because from your information almost everything that was used for the setup of Global Citizen Festival was sorted from here. Is it the budget? Is it the experience? That's not there. What's Amanziba, please?
Michi. Okay. Ghana nkusini kurema. So bid the 5 cities shadema. Or pay 50 cities. Ghana nkusini kurema. Oman muninewa. There are institutions that will come chasing you for revenues, but they don't come checking for that revenue that they are expecting to recoup from. Say the national revenue and the budget what they see or Tidal Waves. Let's say it's about 3 billion. That's 3 billion for the artists in what if you now ebia the other logistics, security, transport, and that's for Nadina Nina what them. But one day a Jumana is that share the necessary agencies won't seem the 1 year Juman farm on. What by year Juman without complaining. Because Sika will see that was the national budget for it. When it is there, you feel there, Juman, they are doing the job with that love and that passion. But this is a situation whereby a Jumana with this what the 1 year they want, Sikan Osar, what's to squeeze it. squeeze it in so obisu na abrosen ana ne Toyota Yaris sika wo dem budget ni mu in so doing we see what cut corners say artist mpo na ebi o see what my artist be about 1 million cedis to come and put out his best for you to get that bars so that it will sell the event for you, it will market the event for you, then again it will sell the entire country in Sunewa. Of course, no, Charlie, the miske didn't to send the miske man, Dr. Questioners, even to send the miske man, Kojo, no Kojo back, near the beyond or Baby Juman, Kojo back did that the better, and didn't obey. And to Oban Nemo, then it becomes very, very difficult. And to Bono barely squeeze to get the nursery and the rightful people to do their job. In any way, if fair questioners they be on doctor lawyer questioners there. Omra be provide a service be mount. Service no provide maybe a budget for it. Listen to me meet them budget mo pocho ye bibia. All about hono car comport the baba na enwa. All the drivers are olusun because there. Fuel all the baba do hono. Yeah. On so into obaba late. About late, don't forget the latest of the band. It has got nothing to do with him. What's the anything about them? But Oban tell me one, the necessary ideas and the necessary things that he has to do for you and Kabenya. But because there, and then them put their cat corners in also no one cat corners pepper them are. And I feel that it's about time, like we've all said in here there. We look critically into some of these areas. There are people in that field. Those areas are, they are good. What's to say? George Quay is a fine brain in that area.
Okay.
Sadiq, one fine brain, also there, right? Yes. There are a lot of them, right? There are a lot of them. What prevents you from saying there, George, Sadiq, Kojo, Dr. Questioners, they were part and parcel of the global citizen. One event, one failed that, right? You know any problem beyond for the last baby about 2-3 months, so it is current. Let's meet up with them and see how they did it, so that we also tap from them and also improve whatever that we are doing. And then the year can just all you Magana. Yes. The money stays here, it doesn't go there. Right? So what do we need to do? Is it there be a Dr. Questioners? There be a Kojo Prekon, Dr. Kojo Prekon. Also, Kojo never tell this way. Also the charges in the one, also do into
they don't.
You guys don't feel like coming to them,
yeah.
You see, then we start a roundtable discussion. Let's look critically into some of these areas. You able to why I feel because because we are always crying there. There are no events. Events are not going on there. There's no money. There's no this. Dr. Question is say chain of business. Them events and Tidal Waves or the bear from security to the last offender, the transport driver. Yes. They made money, food, but they all made money.
Uber drivers, they cash in.
It's up and them company up and at the point in one transport service. You can link up with Uber, Bolt, Yango, Shagzy.
Yeah.
Now so from there, this is what we are doing. Let your main station here for us at this material time.
Shagzy no one another.
Shower.
Shagzy no one another.
Shower.
Okay.
Wow. Let your main station here for us. What's up? Say, you may do.
I'm going to watch it.
And so it too much time. Crab or the man or
young Cotuado.
Which is at my mechanism. It's up on the mill.
Pressure the bomb is when you can to
Majesty will put it in the work. I put a do for you.
So your majesty. Good. And I am majestic.
Why am majesty navy? But I can't.
Okay.
Kali, majestic Kali. It's bitchy. In putting all of these things together, I feel it's about time. We bring our minds on board. I'm also for that we are all part of it. You see, the needful things that sometimes you are radio, you can't radio, or you can. Said you are in cheddar and Cadamanda, no, my bone, maybe I'm a phobia, tell her with guys, maybe Wabama, being different unnecessarily.
Yeah, cut off.
Or different unnecessarily. Why say one? The truth must be told. And you want to why? Okay, program. Onya numbers all right, but maybe I'm koye. Yen pinpoint and share day one koye. GT. Most of them better radio do be can there. Mo na mo in charge of them nya wan koye to support us. They be bo so. Yes. And oban dem na wan. No wo so we no. Sika na wo agye wan nyi adwuma. Atasa nti say so mo ne ba no wo nyina we so bi no ya ma ade mo wa ya feel. Mese mo be me wo china this young man sitting in here. Also what to say abona akoko wakare yes. I am proud to be on so and so. I'm proud to also get so and so involved. As I said, with the help of Dr. Kwesiene, with the help of Barrister Kojo Preko. You understand it? No, I am. I don't know why I feel. No, you enjoy them sentiments and baby emotions. I be they're touched because we feel that we've got our people in there, so we don't have to speak the factual things to them. I feel it's bad, but it's about time. Me did there say to them, Dr. Kwesiene is working. Kojo came and say if the organizers of that event were watching, they are watching. Yeah. It's about time they also sit up. No one share examples to be away CCP. I remember in 2000 and is it 2006 and 2005 when is it Fajo and Shaggy they came to Ghana. It was under the auspices of a friend. Is it the same tourism? And the then vice president, the late vice president Alhaji Aliu Mahama.
Yes.
There. What they came doing. It is beautiful, so anytime, any day, he would want to invite them again. As I said, and then one man find this on surface a bit kaka. But there are new ones. I want what the main one. What energy when you what the shame it's a bit different. What was working at the one from one link up one about me to me why come on.
Okay. Yeah, holding no ewo home power show. Yeah, who made you mediation and koji in quattro. Na ye ba ya twan common so.
Yeah, when you remember how do you sort out once we on commercial.
Give it to my son.
Your refreshment.
Very obvious.
WONTUMI
No. But before we continue with the event conversation, Yema Kirani Kwaina, Yeneni Chichi in Komo, Yehunipa or Ye. Kirani, why you're quiet for a moment. Let's go right into your career. Yeah. Where did it start from? What's the story?
It started first. I wanted to be a footballer.
Okay.
And then that dream got derailed. And I feel like for me, it found me.
Okay.
Because growing up, like I said, with most people, they really want to be musicians. But for me, I didn't want to be I didn't even knew I could make music.
Okay.
Yeah, so it came very late to me in my life. And it started in this new town here. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My best friend, my downfall. And almost was small setup or almost them. So almost born when I'm saying, maybe to me rap you like, and then it was like right there, some my freestyle. By that time, when I'm a pen young pan, it's not Lil Wayne, no my favorite artist. It's not meaning Lil Wayne in Yuma almost name. I just said, I was saying my freestyle. I was just doing Lil Wayne song they didn't know. And I was saying, I don't know what they found, but they had no idea. Say, yeah,
it was someone else's.
It was someone else's music. So, just moving forward, I felt I say, okay, my main, maybe it's something I can explore. So literally, I started experimenting, playing around, writing my own, music, and I was playing it to my close friends. And I mean, so me per computer and so whenever I'm into something. Right now, music is very digitalized. So, like, I had a small desktop, I had a sound card. Like, I was just getting all the things I needed to make music. But it was just trying to figure it out. Until once me now, the process of recording, the process of making beats down, me started focusing more on writing the music.
Okay.
So once I had also that figured out, I started making music and sharing it with my close friends. Not my family name. And like the comments are, but it still didn't have an identity. Now me bro for 70 days kika home. Say me influence in hip hop. And now me take hip life man. So I'm more last to the whole camp. But now majority of my influence here hip hop nowadays. So I didn't really have an identity. And fast forward 2016. I say I'm making I was around 2013, 2014. To 2016, me share Madame Fubi were online. Like I made a friend online and or introduced me to this producer, Keso. Until me Keso na first artist I started ground up. Ground up is the same place like we share money in Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were literally the first artist and producer at ground up. Until me do hono and Keso say, say upo ya say new to Madina. Yeah, in your house and more. I don't know. Yeah, bro for Sam. So literally taking his advice and the first song I did in Hausa. At the ground up studio, it just took off.
So what genre would you say you're doing?
At that time, it was still very much hip hop, but I felt like it had an identity because my language wasn't no more English. It was Hausa. So if anything, that separated it from
the rest. Yeah, exactly. Gave it some uniqueness.
Exactly.
In Jesus, right
now, I'm a fusion artist.
Fusion?
Yeah.
Fusion of?
I think it's because I'm very influenced by Western music styles, but also I'm very much in tune with where I'm coming from. My Hausa roots, my African roots, my Ghanaian roots. I'm from Upper West Upper East. Like I'm really connected with that. So it's me bringing where I'm from with my influences and fusion it together. So, would say like Goda, for instance, Serki, for instance, you definitely hear the 808s, which are all very hip-hop elements in there, but you hear the Kologo, or the Goji and the Gurumi, the Kalangu, you hear the very northern traditional elements in there, and that's where the fusion comes. So, it's familiar, but it's also unique. It's like, oh, okay, name sound way and I sound to name sound way, but I never thought you could bring those two together.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what my sound is right now. It's a fusion.
Looking at the people you represent, and I'm saying this based on the language you speak, that is quite a large population. Do you think they have accepted you
for me,
and your kind of music?
Yeah, for me, to be honest, me starting my music early on, it was a thing like acceptance was important for me.
Yeah.
But then as me, maybe realize it's good for the people to accept you, but what's more important is for you to accept yourself. And to maybe understand this, for me, this thing is actually my therapy. It's my career. It's my life. It has to make sense to me first. So the minute me had that understanding, I felt like whenever something is true to you, say no kremawa, it will be true to other people. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not really pressed about big. Charlie, it's a global stage. Global citizen. They could have just said we are back. So that's how I see music right now. Whoever gravitates to it, great. But I'm not limiting myself or my creation to a particular part of people. Yes, I am representing because I'm born and literally raised. This is my lineage, but it's for the world, to be honest. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you have big shoes to fill? We have had people like VIP Mo.
Yeah.
Oma making a great name for the Hausa speaking population. Mami nyanisa na manko kasimbia. But so what you say? Do you think say you have to fill those shoes or probably exceed their Oma beye ewa Ghana? Because Ghana, ufa bebia VIP did it.
Legends.
Yes.
Yeah, to date, legends. But for Kirani Ayat, me to win me own lane. What you say? So I don't really want to be in anybody else's shadow or expectations or like I'm creating my own lane. I'm literally one of one in the space I found myself in, and I'm saluting all my predecessors, and I'm like huge influences to me. But then I cannot be said me pese me mpa obi and I mean yet to say obi. I can only be me and to my own lane. No. So for me, I respect them and I'm super proud of what they have done, but I'm not putting that on myself. I'm just in my own lane doing my own thing.
Okay. Yeah. You're writing your own story. Whoa.
Pretty much.
So that takes us to your song Guda.
Yeah.
Guda na woka say president we are wonyomno.
And
now we are video. In simple English, it's a copyright.
It's simple. Yeah, simple English is I said they used it without permission.
Without permission.
Yes.
From you.
From me.
If I may ask, what the wonyomna ma obia promoter?
Me say me an independent artist.
So how did your song get out there without your knowledge?
And that's the issue which a lot of people were upset at, because a lot of people don't respect intellectual property, especially when it comes to creatives. Like, oh yeah, creative. Sometimes we share TV, me and our radio, we say advert, and then you hear somebody's music, and I'm like, did they reach out to the artist, or did somebody just sat somewhere to put this advert together? I really, because every single thing that's being done on TV, any radio, it involves some form of music, and some of these songs are songs we know. Both old, both new, all of that. But it's like, did they pay the person, or is just because Chrome has said, whenever someone uses a creative work, or Phyllis or your favor.
Okay.
It's the norm.
Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Or Phyllis or your favor. Mekai say you call J in Quatrono, yeah, Casano. Okay, say and Chebiana, who release your album no, and Chebiana who say GTA, and you say a week later.
Literally, yeah.
Auntie, would you say, sir, even though, sir, Obia you so wonyom unauthorized or your video unauthorized, this is the presidency. Assign a boost because a lot of people have gotten to know you from this copyright issue. Auntie, would you say, sir, in a way, no, amount of exposure now, uhiano, especially for your album?
It definitely brought eyeballs to Kirani Ayat and the video in question. But to give it all the credit that it's the thing that's about to make Kirani Ayat is totally false. Because Kirani Ayat has been putting in work since 2016. Video way came out in 2018. And video no what it is. And can go for even for the body. Videos be brave. Even in that year, awards some year, your man found my video way. Since awards now they those videos no. Why didn't any of those videos end up in this? So meaning, like I said, Kirani Ayat believed in what Adia or no or yeah. That's why Ayat did the last CD, the last person for best Sheni Craft move, because he believes in what he is doing. So people who try to be like, it's not, what was done was illegal, straight. It doesn't matter whether it's helping me, because it's not helping me. Because someone was saying that a lot of people actually was like, I said, wow. Now, so share video no I'm using it. They never used any parts that had my face in it.
Okay.
Never did they also use any parts that had my name in there. So how is that helping? If I didn't come out and say this is parts from my video,
nobody would have known. But Kirani, one dream will say Abia Obi Ako sign it on your behalf without your knowledge.
And that's the other thing too. Obia ni as an independent artist, me only make catalog 100%. Every single, well, the composition is and the author is I and the producers who worked on this, and any other featured artist are literally the people who own it. But when it comes to visuals, literally the person who paid for that visual owns 100% of it. And in this case, Kirani Ayat is the owner of the said videos that was being used. And ka song no it be more, and our lyrics need be more. Now okay, right now I and the producer have what I say, but this is strictly mine. So mama obia permission. Missy say I make no you manager po or only be without me consent.
How sure are you about that?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why if this situation had come up and he had something to do, his name would have come up, and you understand. It wasn't him. All the bodies I say, omo they buy and put the agency.
Yes.
Almost some peer the straight statement about said they bio video and they don't have any rights.
Okay, so give. Truly nobody was contacted.
No.
What course of action? I'm happy to say we have a lawyer in the building. What course of action have you taken? And now, was it just a post?
No, it was never just a post. For me, like I said earlier, when I started making music, me obi am pay research. Inti adebia me making sure say I get to know what I am doing, get to know the language, get to know like how it moves, the mechanisms behind it. Inti when the thing came up, I made sure I called everybody that was involved in that video to be like, oh now the video in my obiase. There be. So the next course of action was I'm going to tweet about this thing, because literally that's the only way to
create awareness
of this situation. And it's unfortunate, but then the account that tweeted it was supposed to be the account. It doesn't matter if the secretary of whoever it is tweeted that video. I would address that first person who put that video out, and that's what I did. So the GTA also obviously brought out their statement, but first, they reached out to us, and I was like, you know what? I can't go back and forth on this situation. A wrong has been done. Talk to my manager, speak with my lawyer, let's figure out. Because at the end of the day, me a video, it was to push Ghana, especially tourism from where I'm from, which is the northern part of Ghana. And I made that clear abundantly in 2018. So if you're using it, it's still achieving the same goal, to push Ghana. But the right thing and the right procedures must be done, pretty much. So let's find a solution. Right now, waiting, compensating me. Now you find the way forward. So we had
but what's it be a compensating?
No, Messi compensating me.
Okay.
And then we find a way forward. So that was the initial caller.
You got
4 weeks ago. No, when it came, that was the initial message. I put it out there, But it was a bit of a back and forth, trying to be like, oh, we need the money. So all that had to be settled to be like, it doesn't matter who give you this video or who created the video. Nobody owns that video aside Kirani Ayat. Aside Kirani Ayat, nobody else can give you permission to use this video. You understand? So once that was like understood by all relevant entities, the GTA reached out again and were like, okay, let's meet and we understand. Some mishap happened somewhere, so let's move forward. And we actually did. Exactly.
But didn't you think, say, you needed to take this up legally and serve it as a deterrent?
I feel like with issues like this, there's that expectation to take it to court. Definitely. But the minute the parties, even if we took it to court and the parties are like, hey, we've admitted a wrongdoing, can we settle this out of court? Even the court would advise that, yes, if they have admitted, definitely said, because there's no point wasting going back and forth. If they have admitted, the judge will be like, they've admitted wrong. You get what I mean? If it makes sense for you, great. If it doesn't make sense for you whilst you're sorting it, then you can come back and be like, hey, I don't agree with what they're trying to do with me, and I think we should proceed. Yeah, so people were saying take it to court, but since the relevant bodies have admitted the wrongdoing, I think there's no need to proceed to court. It was the best choice was to solve it amicably out of the court system.
Mijimiaka, so where receive your compensation?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
it happened this week.
Nice.
Yeah, it happened this week.
Lawyer, as a legal, legally minded person, maybe kind of sad. What do you think?
Lawyer needs to ask a question.
Lawyer needs to ask a question. Please go ahead.
The letter is writing away from the letter.
No. We need to know from the legal point of view.
Okay. My friend who is learned. My friend who is learned, Dr. Kwesi Ernest.
What could he have done?
I'm not a trained lawyer, but then I'm into copyright.
Yes.
I've studied copyright, and so this matter we are discussing is something that we are all aware of. I think first of all, wrong was done, and one of the things that I appreciate is that the ministry accepted that there was a fault. Uno be here kontukwa na se nipa na catch us my bonea and me sorry. Sometimes there's nothing much, it slows the whole process down.
Yeah.
I think that one of the best gentlemen that we have in our creative space, and I've always saluted him wherever I go, has to do with Mr. Kwesi. A very noble man. He understands all of us because of his background. He understands all of us. In terms of what we do, he's been a father to the industry. And I always say I salute his effort in trying to make sure that the creative arts, bubbles with greatness and all that at all times. Whatever happened to my son and with his creative intellectual property, there's no way anybody, to them who be able to my say, he was treated fairly. If your intellectual property, and one of the factors I can I'm excited is the fact that will be a better baby kase video no a benefit no the person is wrong because video na there was no portion of a place and image crash show now obi kra ko hu say afran kwa kase guda come Jianagan Kamana Anna Buga video Kachiki Wanga Mati documentary. Amanagan Kaman Fuskan Yazo Skisa Zoka Duba, Banga Wanauba, Koyazo Wontuki, Abiama. There was not a place where any of this was mentioned. So, commercially, he did not get anything commercial from the usage of the material. And I'm not sure that even on the site that the material was posted, there was even a link that if you want to download this song, or click here to download that song, to sort of even add some element of promotion, or even there was any credits to the song, to the usage of the material. So, if you look at it from all angles, I mean, in copyright aspect, there was an error, there was a wrong. That anybody, we don't need to, whether it was used by the president or it was used by chief imam, it was built by anybody. It was an error.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that this evening he's here saying, making that present. He said, the thing happened this week, because when I came in and I saw the way he was briefing differently among all the men that are seated. And I was wondering where he was getting his inspiration from that kind of, because usually you don't see a typical like man face so relaxed like that.
True. Yeah.
In fact, he looked too relaxed
very
relaxed.
Yeah. And in this
numbers are talking.
In this dispensation, maybe it is happening. If you have some digits,
talking
4, 5, 6 digits in your account, I mean that you should be sleeping. I was expecting to be in a swimming pool by now. You see the whole thing.
Or even do Zoom with you.
Oh, we can do a song.
Exactly. So
I'll take part of the conversation.
It's important that the fathers have also gathered.
Yes.
And it's in front of us.
Yes.
And we are in the palace.
Yes.
You are a palace person.
Yeah.
So what it means is that when we wake up from here, at least for some of us who also added our voice, myself and the Dusty and another somewhere, all of that who were making the noise, at least you also pay homage traditionally with some 2 bottles of snap.
That would be bad. That would be bad at all. But
exactly.
But the most difficult aspect is that you only mentioned a few and left.
No,
because you felt you were dining with them.
No,
that's
okay. Sorry, my lord.
Granted.
But Shetta, before I leave and then to another, let me also reiterate on this one. Mamin Kasasi, Mrs. Ray. There are too many violations, corporate violations in Ghana.
Too much.
As I say there, I think some. And no crazy.
Too much.
I wake up every morning and I ask myself, the corporate society of Ghana, a Korea team to say, what is their mandate? What is their mandate? The corporate society of Ghana. Mandate ben the kito must say a protect artists. Because many sure my brand here say by they were even aware of it. I'm not sure.
We didn't even hear them even speak.
The sad part of it that they could even issue a statement in protection of the young man's work. So it is all because maybe it was the president that used it. So maybe everybody is afraid to even see something. Say education is power. And these are the orientation aspect now make one. Abranti say school, you could see the way he's talking. A typical my not people who don't joke. You go school pa say to us Africa embedded their school. We hear the way how eloquent he is. One more BB and can share. Say ina yesi we the okoka and security for a better career. The president that casa na uko challenging. He didn't, but he was vocal enough, bold enough to protect what it is. Because I didn't know did sika akoya adeno. And then pay a menokas and then bring Opo China pa. Call all the throttle stations are VIP bus 1 terminals nina. You go there. Now they have make a say Kirani one more motor herbal bitters. Nisa herbal drew, since you drew drew and all these people. Obedu honu uboko pemi say me small don't dey abando ai. Benabe to be a drawing we are a bit to sisi usasabro be. And then you are using somebody's song and to the point that even with our TV stations, the TV stations, some of them don't even have legal offices. To even prove, say, I don't know, and you advert na bono, and you want to no corporate no. Have you been able to fulfill it? Do you people have a clearance from the owner of the property? Answer the advert no. And very soon, some of the TV stations, one person can sue them, and the whole station, their whole year budget will collapse. Yes, because ignorance is not an excuse of the law. And what is going to happen is that because there are too much corporate violations, churches are doing it, and as of there, some of them they even use the person's image to be a breakboard, the power 21-day fast, not the musician preacher at also, without even contacting the musician. From Mr. Kofi Sapon, me do Kaswa, me was so for bid I post a billboard. I'll say 21st where 21 days all night. Mr. Kofi into 21 days in our program now. I said, Brack was minimum shade. And this is how it is. The violations is getting too wild. So we need to now wake up. And about violations now Obama say quiet here. China for kwa betima be fire kente ayewino no. Kente ni na no they go to China. Our produce kente dey be go okan shi TVC and Ghanaians are even buying. Today, are we serious as a country? This is what is happening. Say ye yankasa ye kente na bon re na nanu dija ye no. Ye dey ama China for so mon fon kodu ayomukrum. Enko ye nu na mo famra. Nti Ghana ne kokrum no akwakoto China kente no akwakopam de ahye. I am very proud of it. That is the problem we are facing. It is one of the challenges we need to deal with it. That there's too much of violation everywhere, from church every Sunday, go and see it. You bring left and right. You way, you debate to 2 a year, you debate the corrections, you debate just it's getting alarming. So we need to really begin looking at corporate. Say one of these days we need to assemble the corporate society of Ghana. In the next 2 weeks, we need to assemble them here and ask them pertinent questions. Say, what is their role in the protection of corporate in Ghana? Ejumana ye dey more so munye Ghana say yem corporate won sem yem protecting musicians no and creative works no. E dey no mo ye ne wonam traffic light michi ya for ha one corporate office one no traffic light no na no obedu on wonyum no boy say they go pen down you turn 50 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And at the back of where they are selling it is the corporate office of Ghana.
Yeah.
And this is what is happening.
Like
seriously.
In the full glare of copyright.
In the full glare of Shatamichi, they are selling it.
Doctor.
They will sell it to me if they see me in the
I'm telling you,
traffic.
go to Jolie traffic light.
No.
That's true.
Jolie traffic light. Fiesta Royal traffic light. Mr. Go there now, tomorrow morning. You see, and you will have bank managers, big men, who's comfortably removing 50 Ghana cedis and buying these pen drives. And then sometimes, me parking my car, which is now, and it goes. See, look at how it happened, and it's going to all the various angles. Which in the police station, sometimes they don't even know the law to prosecute a person.
That's from the police station.
In the police station, they don't even know the law to prosecute a person because we don't have too many corporate lawyers in this country. Obiaya or person quite criminal because I confirm money. I confirm money until they be out. And these are the things that are happening. Shut up. We need to assemble the corporate society of Ghana and then look at this crank matter and see how, because Yamfa Gudabo ya de no example. Near some say were they even aware of such a yana infringement? They don't know. It is happening. Your song, your former ex-husband, Nina Kahu.
Former.
Okay, it's the same corporate.
She muted that part.
Let me make it well. Your former,
because if Wale hears this,
your former ex-husband incoming.
You go here.
Incoming husband.
Because she can't majestically open up to say,
the matter has
yes.
So we are incoming.
Yes.
I saw recent tweet. He's coming back. Momra. You see, I did it to us.
Oh, are they?
Why tell man what on the police station? Why they to?
Boy, no, I can't just
no comment.
It's on the devil.
This is a very remix.
Just remix. Nothing attached.
Majestically remix.
Yeah, majestically remix.
I believe in you broke your virginity. So the fact of the matter is that shut up, Michi. There's a lot of. Are you Shatta Wale or you are Shatta Michi?
This one, she wa Michi.
I'm a blend.
No, wa Michi. Wa Michi.
Okay, Mr. Shatta. Wow. See, this matter. And on a more serious note, my dear, if you look at the volume of corporate infringement in this country, from books, go to the universities, go see how people are pirating people's works. Yeah, photocopy students, they don't buy the books again.
Photocopy.
Pamphlet. These are people obi a school they know wants the actual book. Na students also be to makoto na any pan of toy. Obi to many cannot their trade and I don't know. No. You two book ni free. Ni I the copy. Ni per 1,000. You free. So, and then I'm a creative art no. Your government transnational yes BBA. You say you to me what the value of how much creative art is contributing to GDP. Because areas na bet mama sika ma creative art we contributed 4.2% to GDP no. Areas has been shut down. But because if a thief is in the traffic light in a broad daylight selling your CDs for 50 Ghana cedis, How much money can the creative? How can we even be able to
make money,
take money from it and get the money from it? And this is happening. Okwa, or they say, you know what they do? About car no one, or see me our latest gospel, me or Afrobeat, come do modern now, me or R&B, me away, and then he is giving you options. And what's on your pen drive, CD Kitano, pen drive, Kitano, and then he gives it to you, and then you know they are sending 50 Ghana cedis. 50. Nipa no born, you know, Abrante no born, you know, telling me.
Yeah.
So we have a problem with copyright, and it's important to say you bet to me two and among, not yet to me two and so. That's why anytime I sit down and I look at what Gamo is going through with all this hula baloo, but I cry because this is the work of Gamo to be able to collect from all these sources and give to the musicians. This is where it has been trampled upon. And then a musician sings, and then at the end of the day, you're selling his cassettes 600 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis.
Wow, every copyright office.
So, Michi, we have a canker with copyright, and and I say it's not copyright. The infringement from I say one more time, those who are even selling medicines, herbal products, they do just say, now saying. But me try new town kwan so bo say obi omo distribute or cover new product aba no omo de obi nyum no omo de best one ni e bo kinkiri no omo de dia say you are selling this and you've taken somebody's song to advertise what you are selling and then you will get your money and then the person who created the music is sitting in the house hungry. Papa we say na anya dia me first by next week see to who do be release o me my boys we put together and me mom there in as much say ye na no na fees and at least onyamu na Ghana na use no I salute him for his efforts in making sure that he fight for his right. Yes. But be a corporate in Sensemadun say no. It's important for every right owner, right creative person in this country to wake up and fight for your rights. Because since the state institutions have failed to protect all of us, it is then now as individuals to now begin waking up and fighting for our right and protect what is ours. I tell you, when you come and I want to hear them, I want your wife, give your wife to me for 1 week. What do we recall? It's going to happen very soon because there are no protection anywhere again.
Wow, but meet me Bisa. Open so republish obi material and the works who do you go to see?
First of all, you have to. There's an institution called GAMRO. Okay. And there's an institution called Corporate Office of Ghana. So first of all, you go to GAMRO, where that is where they are the custodians of protection, because it can be a creative material, be an intellectual property. No, GAMRO and by law, government Attorney General Momo to say. Papa will work creative for the next 100 years. Nedia, but obi used to be an kojisika na for commerce any pano by law. Inti guda ne nyuma waye so ko Gamro no ko assigning works into them or the kosho mo say me nyuma maye ni mun protecting farmer me a Gamro to me say baby be ebe nyum TV so dia mo boy adebechin bo no aba mo be send invoice say mun tua abrante ne ka. That is the duty. Okay. So what I say, inti okokra na ukoho administrator no be so okay. Why are you man a person we use to? I say assume okay. Na ya fuck paper. Ni your document ni am fill intention usage how many minutes seconds of the material na person use to. You be try pinpoint bibia na ya provide na the amount. I remember I wanted to do a commercial for a company. And then me person me use some American artists do work at the advert no. And they are sending mail to how many seconds am I using the material for? And so we are using that time use 30 seconds of the song in the commercial. Advert nankasa me 45 seconds. Until 30 seconds near use. And then they forwarded a mail. Almost say how many years are we using it? The chair says it's going to be the advert is going to play for like 12 months. The probably in a week. You know how much bill they submitted? They submitted a budget of $120,000.
Wow, for a period of 12
months.
Say you
for the usage of
30 seconds.
And no crown information what it means is that we've been given and we want consider because Africa, the thing happened in Africa. They say UK baby na ye uses our winner and kasa seconds no and they will shoot close to $1 million. That is the value of intellectual property. And I give kudos to people who have been able to jump up and fight for their copyright infringement. Somebody like Rexoma, he never gave up when a company be a use
Joy Daddy.
They almost using the property.
I think TikTok also
or money
Malcolm, yes.
I'm telling you, and then through that, I'm sure that we are enjoying TikTok pizza. But being the fact is the company is baby. Maybe today na Baba Landi, training shoe, black shoe, I'm sure correct.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure like Abaite Cabo said no. Or see there will be more dog meat factories.
Exactly. And we cannot kill the delicacy. No.
Yeah. The shade is real. I'm just here trying to be neutral.
You have to be. It's not very comfortable, but that's how it is. So let's remember, we need to begin from next month. Let's begin looking at copyright.
Yes.
It'll take you almost about a month. Doing that. Counselor or lawyer, my friends, and Mufia lawyer friends say, for example, yes. I mean they know the law. Let's call lawyers, put the corporate people here, and some of the creative, because it is hidden. People don't know about it.
Yes.
And especially musicians, no, they themselves they don't even know. They created, they don't know.
But Gary Nimako is one fine copyright person. Michael Kwe Jr. Gabo is also, and Madame Betty Modi Drew.
They are all
corporate people.
I have no money. They are dropping from a bigger place. They don't see Ahaskawa.
Yeah.
What I say, they don't see Gary has been supporting Gamro and 8 activities a lot. I really appreciate his effort. But I'm saying, Sikana, it means we have not positioned the issue of intellectual property.
Yeah.
You're entering table on a to say the oil tea, which Mako could to oil, baby Ghana oil, which Mako to free, so the bucket aquasana coffee. No, that's how we have to treat intellectual property.
Who to feel crap on a good APO or can say now?
Yes, now there. What mean to?
There are laws.
We are
not.
Yes,
and it's a time we need to. The people, musicians. I see some of the musicians. They record some almost say, it's free for download on digital. Go and download it for free. Mr. Hey, is something wrong with you?
I don't know. Are they ready for their orientation?
What kind of tea leaf were you drinking this morning?
They say you
spent 5,000 cedis to go and record a song from Kewa, and then after we are now better computer. She said, download it. What kind of leaves are you drinking? My children are drinking wrong leaves.
Well,
which of the leaves?
Maybe they are herbalists.
Into copyright, let's go into the issue of lookalikes performing the artist's songs. Where does it fall? Because we have lookalikes like Kwame Eugene, lookalikes Kiddy, and they actually perform. They are booked and busy. Where does it fall? Where do you hold these people responsible? Like at what point? Because it looks like artists are endorsing their fakes, giving them grounds to go perform with their music.
Okay, so they will continue to endorse until that lookalike goes to some bank and say, I'm Kwame Eugene.
Yes.
Withdraw, give me $100,000. And then Kwame Eugene will fear no police for the handcuff. Somebody came to our bank and said, you are Kwame Eugene. And now, Kwame, when I buy a bank, maybe $100,000. But sending if I'm prison. That is when then the management will wake up and say, hey, you're hearing Kwasasem.
Yes.
Yes, countries worldwide, there are lookalikes all over the world. Among for creative lookalikes, now they are there. But the moment the lookalike begins to commercialize his lookalike for money making at the expense of the artist, Kwame Eugene, I could charge you a program or board for Dama. No lookalike can also acquire billboard or so on also board trade fair. And a kaswa. Ask yourself.
What's your location?
Ask yourself, what kind of disturbance did you do to yourself?
Yes.
This is so sometimes the name be near let us do it in the right context. Say, let us seek knowledge. Wisdom is free. You have to seek it. You have to read a lot of things, and you need to read about your circle. Say, me she said we be so we look alike. Me Shatamichi look alike. Am I look alike doing what? Promoting Shatamichi. That's how it ends there. I need to say, hey, yes, we do Shatamichi look alike. No. Hey, we program here. We by this time I also stream or support too, or the year we do picture tour. It means that the person is actually supporting your craft. Yes. But this is a look alike who is sitting here saying so. Shatamichi, showbiz and movement, what? And showbiz, movement showbiz, me boy. Yeah. Then your look alike is also on another TV station. Say, also a Shatamichi. Also, so between you and that person, who should we watch?
Sure.
No, but
so the person is now, she's now monetizing your image, your brand, your image, commercializing it for his personal benefits, without a single dime of it even coming to you. And thereby, now the danger part, the woman said, it will get to a time whenever there's any trouble, it is your brand that will go down like that. Yes. So, did you benefit from the look-alike? Then be my look-alike.
What do you think? What do you think?
On this very issue, there's one peculiar thing that I've seen before there. You and I are part of it. One, you see, we sit on TV and radio every now and then. When they say they was crazy, honest, look alike. The next thing also, what for number TV what the never be one
because you need content.
So yes, they are popularized them in the pad. Radio so that they can radio they are popularized. The moment he gets that in quote, that fame, what do you expect that person to do? That's it. Mo pocho me abebe me come say to kwasia for anyanse ni obey den we didi. Say to kwasia itu no for anyanse ni be den we didi. It asa. Say obey look alike no pay ni wa na yan so so do. The Shatamichi look alike. Or you need your picture be. It ends there. But this is a situation whereby you want. Ebia kojosu we hu de okay fine. Shatamichi te oye movement TV though. She's making waves. I mean, we don't measure quality again with radio and TV when it comes to presentation. It's about numbers. Yeah. Those days, it wasn't about numbers, it was about quality. But yeah, downgraded to the extent there. What's in there? Or your numbers? Into numbers, it can find it in a bear now. Or your baby can shatter meeting numbers shoot up pen. Also, okay. So, my to my ear, and I went to my numbers on cost so the Nakas also don't answer to be. Then you find radio presenters and radio TV personalities inviting that person all around. Better. So be popular here. Mo pocho epede won such a dem film dey no da na do then. Until they make to say to kwasia for nyanse no be dey we didi. Until per that he has to eat. To all bo show and can no so bo kumase. E bo kumase bo otakrade. E bo otakrade ba ko bo voter. Pepe. Because obey is a crazy earnest. Dr. Kwesi Ernest ka che na brother. Jadam mu ade na mo ye wa butiko mu amoye na. And I was started there, and it was a main friend. Shatamichi card main friend. Could you probably card main friend anyone? Obe end there. And there, Jimin so started fee. Social media do in quote. Traditional media and warfare with Jimin.
Yeah.
But you see, Doc,
what's the Jimin as if social media do? Traditional media, they are fair my own. Yes, yaja to say here. But first, now traditional media, and set the place. And I said, social media from what fun was the year, but then be like a little more friend, ever the beer. Well, there's nothing like quality again. So when it happens, so Sabio address and address in different so they have to eat.
But also, no, let's also look at it from this way. Say, the people who hire the services of this look alike. what goes into their what is happening in their brain? What are they drinking? Because the problem
they drink something that you haven't drink.
Because the problem
or they drink something.
Because the problem I want to say, I don't necessarily mean Kojopra look alike. Say a crowd of 20,000 wouldn't know Kojina a takwari so Uncle show. Utrian 30,000. I've seen over 1,000 look alike of Michael Jackson, but that single Michael Jackson is different from among all the look-alike the world has ever produced.
It is because you can identify that single Michael Jackson.
What did I make?
That's why you are saying so.
Yes, me who said.
But they don't perform. I don't think that they are allowed to perform like that.
Haven't you seen after the death of the late Tupac Shakur? Haven't you seen a number of Tupac look-alikes?
Look-alikes, yes.
Have you ever seen?
But they haven't commercialized.
Have you ever seen? No. They don't have. But they are real Tupac look-alikes. Have you ever seen? The family of the late Tupac Shakur,
Tupac look alike.
Filming them and they using them, accepting that they play show in the name of Tupac. No, but you see Ghana and Africa, because they may be America, because Jimmy Doss will have in one. I don't know, you have people behind who feels that shall go. Your boss support will film on it. Will film it by radio dry. It will be dizzy because Obaka will so Bobo show. Ebwa. For system, 40. Then the thing that they begin to switch that person. You see, if this thing doesn't stop, I'm asking, haven't you seen? I mean, when we were young, we've seen women well endowed bodies and breasts and all those things. But we start bringing them on TV and radio and we popularize them. What do you expect them to do?
Now,
Then they begin to trade in a shower business. Then you the same person will come saying that no, we don't have to give them the opportunity, but you are the same person. You sat in that same studio with that person, which you should have told that person a lesson. Man, what you are doing, the copyright aspect will catch up with you. But we firm them up and we encourage them that blessing the mountain, blessing the mountain. It's just an example.
So you mean that the media also has contributed to this menace?
The media has definitely contributed.
Are you trying to put the blame on the loss of the media?
Of course, no. The media has also contributed. I mean, a great part of what.
But not totally.
Let me give you an example. There was one guy, may his soul rest in peace, Anoche, who says he was Daddy Lumba.
Yeah, I know Anoche. Yes, the late.
Yes.
It got to a time when Daddy Lumba saw the way the boy is growing. He automatically said, no, whatever the guy is doing is possibly maybe affecting him commercially in some way. What that Lumba then because I heard people live on radio. They say no, daddy, next way or your ba, the channel, everything. People don't understand copyright. So, but then Lumba did the right thing. Issuing a disclaimer. My lawyer for no troll, cut out the command, and one no. So, when one could never be on or a junior. And me, Doctor.
And we see that boy, the late Anoche. I sat in the same studio with him, Kumasi. I think it was on Casben FM. That was around 2013, 2013, baby. And this issue I can't want to say me with that Lumba issue came up. I remember I told him saying he would have an issue, a problem with Lumba because or start seeing Lumba and Tini baby, but not the voice or not seeing the icon, the idol Lumba.
That's
or Siano. Baby. But the point is that Lumba who said no, I want family who did you me took a shot from when saying Nasa me yabre and one. I don't know didn't see from. But Uncle Como Hanno, sister, my man cast him in Chiro. But what's so though? There, yeah, because Leon or benefit will be. That is the truth. You see, I don't want to mention names, but I can give you about a breakdown of about 10 people like this. Well, look alike Swaba. I mean, in quote, what's the A-list presenters, top-notch presenters? What fell on shows left to right? Now artists on so it is madness.
They are drinking something we don't know.
What's the people for Medi?
They are drinking something.
That's why you did.
No, my idea because Mirahu.
I didn't know.
Mirahu because creative art, like doctor said before I basa issue is, we're in great danger. A danger that we are not seeing. see hu kra na it makes it very as a yembu hu okay so okay is way say o find say your property yeah o mo bi me tu sa anko da meboa god o fie ubu say your wodia enti mo bi me fa anko o ye wela sebi o tra o chese me odan we wa ha me odan we wa enti no me japade ni enti aden na mimbu obi se yakaso obi intellectual property a ye fambra simply terms no ono so ne property no ne japade no
ade ma ne sika edidi
yes ne japade no japade a sebi odi jamme ko jopre ko dankwa me didi hu 77 years ansa ade ni be fi mensa akọ obi ansem bi no 77 years old. That is what the Copyright Act law no ekyereye. De me ya bio no so say adwuma ya nyina ye na ya bombo de ahyehyɛ mbra a ye frɛ no eye Act 2005 okay 960 Copyright Law ne asan koye LI 1960 is it 62 65 1965 yakoya to honom na sebi impanyimfu a ye ne omote eye oman we mu a omo ya mra na omo so wontumi emma eye omo ye mra na mo no ebe hu senior mra ne city omo dibda bom ho ban no ya bebre hwe we still have an acting copyright administrator as we speak. For how many years God knows, we're still having acting. Antia is still acting as acting copyright administrator in this country for
10 years.
For almost 10 to 11 solid years.
Wow. Where do the fresh ideas come from?
Aden Ghana Education Service. Echia kakra omampenya sake no. Ade fufuro aba. Minister Ben Okroma why active for 10 years, 11 years before. The respect is not there.
She's still acting.
She's still acting.
For like 11 years now.
Which of the series?
Okay, so when I hear the same politician saying I respect creatives and I respect the art, and what makes the art, you are not fixing it, it hurts me.
It's just a mere rhetorics. It's just rhetorics.
Okay, sure. It is same as bylaws are AMAUSU. It is the same laws that the police service or cheme say me say me license no me renew ya o kotu mrama me no. It's the same way or the same way we are using the copyright law to deal with us.
But say we your money look significant, sir.
Why anama na banesa? She ba kukra mi yaponi e wo mra na kasa e da ho no mu no. Ye mra no since 2005. Satani use VCD, DVD, cassette. Enye de she mra no mu say wa ye friend is mode importation of CD, pen drives, any DVD bano. Yeah? The possibility some be twi amanfo nyom sisi apparently na muhu sisi no enu nti no ye the percentage bi atoso sese ye de ma eye musicians na nyomtofo no ye gigi from source seps anasa ayifo no revenue for na gigi a na omo de ama anyomtofo no up until now ye were 2022 iPhones aba, tablets aba, other mechanisms that are even heavier
than even the pen
than VCD, CDs, cassettes. Question 2004 copyright in Mrano. We still have. There is no legislative instrument to change or to upgrade the law.
The laws, okay.
It is still the same since birth. There's nothing that has changed. There's nothing like
inception, no.
like tablets, like people. So online radio stations in a good abrochine all over Nina. Who is paying for it? Nobody.
I said the laws don't exist for our current nobody's
checking it.
Industry, no.
And it's so sad. Today, he's fighting maybe for this thing. Who knows? His song is even played on some online radio somewhere in Australia, a Ghanaian radio thing.
There's no way
that they are playing. Who is tracking? Nobody.
Wow. Okay. You're wrapping it up now. You're
wrapping. And my fear is the same fear now. Dr. Express say, you know, you're cottage. You're tough form. And I am so happy this young man, a baby brainy, at least TikTok did with the image.
Rexoman did.
With the image.
Yeah.
Rexoma ayebi. Abrantie aba baby. Yemfa sa kwan so like Dr. Akano. Na yemma sankrofu yo omunim samra we. Se nyo omukra na programs like this should start talking about these things. Yedi agrache. Yaka unnecessary things who want some ache.
Yeah.
Semitie money show na so ka economy currency a mitie. Why can't we also talk about our own seriousness issues like this?
Yeah, pretend issues.
Okay, so we can also learn.
Yeah, pretend issues. We are always looking at issues.
Because yanya sa emwa ehwe sanka na okansa nko munima anka papa kwesi agima nko radio stage se nko kasa na ha me. Because asem na okan nyina no na ensisi so who justify DBA ni so we justify wetin
you too the phone
you understand
you too the phone
Matthias here but my point is sanke ye nimu a ake ye nye de ye no and I think that mo ankasa mu na mo so mo ye brands no mo so mo nsua de no because we say don't put no more kind posters barbering shops and saloons they use your face to do their billboards. Thank you.
My brown so the end
o picture we try there to with social media no. Wafa and the panel graphic designers art no. Wa draw. And no no they what they abo and what throw and
I know sir, you can say
graduation. And Odium Stadium.
Okay,
and I feel so back run about Showbiz so run about Stadium Road now so I was na one. We don't meet you hopa.
You can make a digital way.
It is your yes, it is yours.
Could you barber shop be the chem so your friend is shatter sack.
What's what for two days?
Barbering shop ambassadors.
Barber shop shatter sack or it's barber shop in the shatter sack.
Man kitten and that is why Obruni say obetonum kranas or bastage in this one and I know can Natalia Shano crano. A problem now you be now a Ronaldo ya or Bobo ya or press conference now cooks you
or bottom bank
or if you
a Ronaldo may a Manchester United Ronaldo. Our press conference that was cook now cooks you. Or you see in change.
Yeah.
That they check how many losses are cook lose here. They are critical about things. You don't just wear anything. You don't just allow anybody to use anything of yourself like that. Most of them come here, you sign them with them, so you hear my song, they play for. What's it?
Puma.
Papa,
because be a Puma.
Say I say.
Oh, Puma. I should say you Puma.
The boss I should go.
Ya quit. As soon as you can see a quit. I think somewhere around 2014, 2015.
We don't care what we wear.
No, seriously.
We're just promoting the brands. Gucci, no video.
Nigerian artists, a piece crew, on stage. Now, look, we be company, be me more mudi. Almost sponsorship, a family. So you mumisa bloggers now more that time. So then it's your mummy background in the FU.
That's all.
Wow.
Your mummy background in the FU. Oh, Kuma. But your blogger
that means what say stakeholders, members of the industry need to take that step.
Or make sure also you too know, and all that. You see. What shall say? Me, you won't disrespect my intellectual property.
That's it. That's the way.
It's simple.
It is said it's one of one. No.
It's na come na and we may be you see the salon. So Ojijiska.
Me corona Ojijiska.
Obi you sabi
tax force.
tax force.
And all that to do it.
Trust me, it could be a breakthrough.
No, the tax force you don't need anybody.
Because one year for
what's the estimated amount?
Tax force no o yen fi baby a e fama no ho. Tax force no won ho.
Na edi no dey concern tax force. And I edi na boss no, edi no guy.
Me want my last question.
Why not go for come say to the picture godmother has come
to tax us.
But
why you like Kirani so me
I'm so happy say the young man in here have said finally we're receiving a paycheck.
Yes.
For all that the work that he did. Yeah, buying. You see, your mom won a money.
It was enough to pay the bill.
Would you like to disclose?
A week we receive that paycheck.
With the amount you received?
I mean, the lawyers are figuring that part out.
And come on, we need press statement. The month for second come on press statement.
The money is in your account. That's most important.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. To me, I'm very much happy. Say finally, no. Ne Juma wo yeah fa kuti kwan bi so anka pese di bukata no finally no ye tua no hoka into moving on. I feel say every not him, not the young coming artist people. You see, he's just also, let me say be an upcoming artist. Now what to me are standing on the right. Now and what is due him, no, is been paid to him. That even tells you say like Christian is kind say education is good.
Yes.
And penifo no I want will be one man. This young man they don't even know.
Yeah.
Let me be blunt. They don't know. Me, I told me that to him for such a great job. And like he said, all those that you know, you know, yes, you need to pacify the gods. You need to do this and bless the gods.
Which the best thing is
but
that.
But you can't bless everybody. If you are blessing everybody, will finish.
Show no, yeah. Show no, not the business in account. It's simple. Let's learn the business side of it. The business is not just about the money, but it's about the little things that goes with the brana musia obi and obi ebedi concert. Other than that, yeah, they be fast.
See, from today, you know, we are emulating your act.
It has to.
Fighting for your rights.
You saw you cry for political rallies, sir.
And your boys, you make sure more traffic more.
But the more you know, the more samba bill.
But we see political parties. You have a election.
A new set of
travel light will come.
Baba, yo, say comfort ba fee na wafre police watch no. Na kromfo kra wo japade no Gina Street kwan so na osan ton ma Giana nam traffic mo jowlu ha na we ruin the glasses na ma Ghana ka chen so me gospel bi san so wo Giana wo so mo Giana mo nya wo so ni personal na ka say onim no so onim artist no osan ton ade na ma
ojo me ka say me ni obi ake so jowlu junction EDCDB sabe na Sami Flex wo ye Xylophone TV Xylophone FM e ma me de call home I still have the CD there at the coach channel some man can also say but again you see in saying all of those things I feel say it's also another form of education the man artists and say that should tell them say a year pen drives CDs ni ase for no and face it off or more kasan in a way we to say employing for onto the street then reprint those videos CDs pen drives no ordered it for them to go to the street and sell to turn back biana if you turn 1 CD biana say 10 cities how they want 2 cities it said they want to turn baby the more money you make then it will also be another avenue to also create jobs
for others
I mean for followers no bit say shata say the circle the following say friends on the street no it is huge until when you say I am doing this you can't imagine the number of guys I mean, women, young guys on the street who voluntarily come and say would want to come and be part of it. You wear them the Shatawali or the Shatamichi T-shirt. Let them be on the street. Let them sell the CDs. At the end of the day, majestically, majesty.
Let's quickly go into the trending issues. But before that, no. Na me pesemin bisa doc say you have a lot of knowledge in the gospel industry. Inti You're funny say upcoming gospel artists offer Ebia Auntie Joyce and you now are performing. And also no under copyright, you know, what is it?
I think that before you want to perform anybody's song, the right thing is that you have to consult the person who created the material.
Wow.
Of course, with all respect. Whether say be a Holy Spirit to quite Asha or Mama or the most important that you speak to the Holy Spirit to take a break. So that you can consult the person.
So the right
for the right thing to be done.
To be done.
Because I said because you do the Holy Spirit will not be there. So it will be you alone. The most important thing is try to do the right thing. Under the circumstance. When the person give you the right, then of course you can now go ahead. And in some instances, the person can. So there are some of the creators who can even tell us, oh, what the you say, we can make oh, use it, but let's do an arrangement. I can upload, you can also upload, or you can upload, but whatever the proceeds, I will be the beneficiary of it. There are so many arrangements these days. Distributors can even make for you, for taking somebody, doing a cover for somebody or taking somebody's song. What I say, but it be so wow, money at it. Until on one could seek permission. Now we acquire live performance. Now we are supposed to say because we feel say perform or a performance, but performer will bring you out performance. Live performance, I would there to YouTube, would there to music stores, I will monetize it there. I do there. It means that you have a clear ulterior intention of trying to parry the person's work, and which the law cannot forgive you for that one.
Thank you. Okay, Inchi Sisiano, yeah, Boniface, now you share trending issues this week. Shatawale's comment regarding Sarkodie that he should have been bigger than Wizkid by now, considering his engagement with Akon. Shatta, or Patrick say, Anka by now, Shatawale.
Okay, we have two Shatta.
We have Shatta and we have Shatawale.
So we didn't know the person that we were talking.
Okay, Shatawale. Or say Anka by now no Sarkodie a year bigger than Wizkid because of the engagement and the collaboration with Akon. What do you think about that, Kojo?
Oh, see, I can't say so. The Anka by this Anka Stoneboy so the connection with
Morgan Heritage.
Morgan Heritage. Now that one senior Anka Sanko bigger cry. It's I'm sure. Or can in contest, maybe he was trying to prove to people that you do not maybe necessarily will have to engage people, these kind of people before you become, but there are certain things that really happens towards. So, as I say, or kind of straight, or emphatic there, I don't think that it works that way. Then we can quickly also relate to him that only Beyonce here and I'm seeing you within the next 2 or 3 years. American passport so some of the logics do not really.
I'm an American citizen.
Yeah, Kakali, you understand? Majestically.
American citizen.
So, Anka by this time, Anka no so because on no cry then later say come the fans say be on my chema. Kakra, but the latest crank by this time can link cry with him crank about this hair cry by this time there. And can insult in her cry. So that it doesn't make logic. I mean, and you'll be an idea. We have a recent guy, I mean, as in Black Sheriff.
Yes.
He hasn't done any collaborations with anybody and all that, but
except Berna.
I mean, no, but he made it before.
Yes.
Somebody saw him to come. No, copy any background cry and all that. And up to now, we're even discussing it. Up until now, this guy hasn't done any collab with any solid, I mean, artist solo. And look at what he's doing with the magic of, I mean, what he's doing and all that. So it's not necessarily that. I mean, Sarkodie in our own way has really made it. He's one of our biggest shots. I mean, we can't lie about it. It's gone beyond the BETs and all that. Come back, done serious collabos with serious artists across the country or the world, I should say. I mean, so it is a non-starter. I think the logic doesn't really sit well with me, seriously.
Okay, so American Music Awards is introducing favorite Afrobeat artist category with no Ghanaian artist nominated. Amantiba, what's your opinion on that?
Good, Michi. Before I call my man come out, could you can kakribi? And a lot of times it's actually man. Yeah, Ghanaian act. And the artists work man. A lot of them so kasa. Ebiana, oye bimude one. There's no past. Why do you want to be and walk when you there's no way you're going to turn back like this.
Look
to see them also come. Me, I've always said is that when you are walking, you are going. Don't concentrate on those only ahead of you. Those at your back will also help you to also move a bit faster, right? If you are recently, Shatta went to Nigeria, okay, some tour there to promote a song. Things that he said in the past were referred to him. A lot of the times, he's one guy that I loved him because I know him and all those things. You understand it? Until I just like him and his passion and everything. But I feel they want sometimes on break what the name do. But them was referred because when he said this thing, someone also posted a negative thing to say that. Then why is it that you are not also bigger than so and so person?
Yes.
You understand it? So you always have to put that in mind that Larry won't say you want the other force too that you should also consider. You understand it? Good. Americans creating is it BET?
American Music Awards.
Yes, creating a how do you call it an Afrobeat category. I've always said this thing there one. In 2014, 2015, 2016, we had a genre which changed the narrative of African music to the world.
Okay.
Azonto. What happened to that? We abandoned that mission, jumped on something else. If at that time, watch that buzz Azonto gave or brought to Ghana. It was music and dance in addition. It was everywhere in the world. Everybody was just looking at Ghana, Azonto, Ghana, Azonto. At the point, we left that mantle and the Nigerians took it over. Then they jumped from that to Afrobeat now. So you took me so many and we did it well, like the way Afrobeat now is being done and they are doing it well now. Believe me, we would have also gotten that same genre there as Azonto, as a genre or as a category there. Right. Ghanaians and our Ghanaian artists, they are not focused. Ghanaian artists are not focused. We are too much foreign driven. Then we move there.
I'm on piano.
You understand it?
You know, that's what I was thinking right now.
Right.
We jumped to it.
Recently, my American guys, they brought that drill beat. What happened? What happened? It just died off. Right. Everybody was jumping onto that beat.
Oh, you mean Asaka?
Yes. Crank came with this song. But Azonto gave us that huge mileage. We left it. Now we are all chasing Afrobeat. Afrobeat. The late. You understand it? This is a Ghanaian thing. We always want to follow foreign driven materials. Or the man also was serving a parent. Into all my young music industry, we can't move. There's no way a Jamaican music industry will have a category called high life category, and that they be a friend about the category.
But Ghana, or dancehall?
It is dancehall, reggae, whatever. But here, one of our biggest genres when it comes to our music industry now, it is dancehall. To a point they can even kill on that.
Yeah.
Dancehall, and we put in a lot more resources, a lot more energy, even dancehall than even high life, right? Until maybe so, Michi, why won't the Americans say that we are not serious? So the best thing they have to do is that, of course, actually Nigeria is the biggest in terms of population size, market size, and they are doing what the people really want.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, let's give them that mileage so that we can also badge into them. You see the reason why the Drakes, the Drakes and co are jumping into Nigeria every now and then. Because Charlie, Selano Messi, Shia, Oye Dede Ayua, on your news. Let's know. When Dr. Kwesi NS meet Molo Boris Sampao, on your news, just that one is learned, one is creative entertainment. On your news. But it's only in Ghana that when Stonewall meets Beyonce or Shatawale meets Beyonce, then it becomes news. Why? Why? Miti, why? Then we abandon what we are doing. Then we say there's a category called hip hop. Can you rap more than Jay-Z? Can you rap more than Nas? Can you rap more than Das Dillinger? Can you rap more than Snoop or Mace or even your friend Dr. Dre? You can't. So why don't you also be in your lane and do and master that craft so that by the time we also be about now also men a union. But every now and then, what do? We want to jump onto what others are doing. Then we give credit. Listen, I have been to places that Jackie, I'm not for a Nigerian. D Black, I'm not for a Nigerian. Black Sheriff, I'm not for a Nigerian. You understand it?
Yeah.
Ibenta, the only person at the point that they thought he was a Nigerian was Sarkodie, but he claimed his own Ghanaian origin. Right. When you move out, Shatawale, everybody knows he's a Nigerian because of the boldness, the way a man he does his things. He's been able to create that identity for himself. That this is a Ghanaian boy,
an aggressive one.
But you understand it. But you ask the rest, what are they doing? What are they doing? They are now every Ghanaian. I'm not saying that should be a barrier because quite recently, some few days now, I've heard Kiss Daniel sing Odoyewu.
Yes.
Right. There's nothing wrong with we mixing those things to say they wanting to, penetrate to our market. Yes. We also wanting to penetrate to their market. But you see, when we always want to sound like them, we give that credence to them. Until that would also inform that record in institution, award institution they want. If the whole Africa is saying Afrobeat, the whole Africa is saying Afrobeat from Nigeria, then why won't we have to give them that space there for them to also be part of whatever that we are doing?
Point taken.
Why wouldn't they do that?
Point taken. We demonstrate yemreno aso apa ho. Yenko doko na discuss our last trending topic, which is Kwame Eugene's exit from Links to join Empire Distribution.
Okay, I am reliably informed that the exit is not management exit.
Okay.
But however, it is a distribution exit.
Yes. Okay.
I think that Links have their own distribution medium by which when they release an artist, they use to distribute their songs across the world. And then looking at how aggregatively they've become in terms of their content, their products, what they have, their catalog. Their catalog has become very appealing to global music market agencies. Okay. And when you have a big catalog, I'm happy when my son says he's an independent artist. Labels and independent artists, once you're able to generate a huge catalog, and your catalog is appealing,
you'll come after you.
And there's a lot of revenue streams. There are labels and big icons, music icons around who comes and poach you with very good offers, try to take over your catalog and then for distribution. So one of these takeover is what Kwame Eugene has done in terms of the distribution aspect. And I think Kiddy is also involved with the same deal. Even
Kiddy went before Kwame Eugene.
Kwame Eugene. Kiddy went before Kwame Eugene. So what if you know what is why we feel Links Entertainment. Links Entertainment Eda Hoya and management. As no we are Juma that to that. But baby distributing and Juma then you not to say wait to my stream more. I the episode and no new company, Empire, take you over. And it's exciting Me, I'm happy for them because today in the music business, you know, my son will tell you, if you don't have money, that's what the video said. If you don't get money, hide your face. So the music industry, you know, who needs car, hide your face. Don't come and waste our time at all. Because everything that happens in music is money. In those days, you can record a song, put it on YouTube and go and sleep. Today, all those sites, you know, they are all doing business. And then when you put your music on YouTube and you don't do something, you don't even have money to boost and do things, your video can be there 1 year. Everybody check and no video and make 1,000 views. You understand? There's a lot. Those times you can put your song on iTunes and then it will be there before you see you're making money. Today, there's a proper, you need to have people who have the expertise.
Aggregators.
What I say? You need to have Michaels and Co. and their team. Big guys, they are in this town. Michael and they have the expertise of how to market your music. To say they can music, those times they share music, no. Those times they discard two bag, they Chicago come, they cook mas, they could tear payo, and then many just dressing payola, yet your coma, yes, and couture. That's a easy, but information about the person you remember man query or multimedia. So that's what it is. And this time no size scanning now there's a lot to happen. You can also spend some amount of money also in the digital infrastructure, trying to make sure that your song is able to get the right connect. That's why you see that some of these big labels, you know, they are making essence in Africa because they have good budgets. Inti Sheriff, within 1 week, they spend $40,000 on TikTok, and then the song is #1 in America. Because Sheriff can go US there, but the song is there because these labels, they bring good budget. There's a budget on the table, $1 million, $500,000. Yeah, they are 2 years car. It's not a hearsay money. What I say, and yeah, hearsay money. A yes car. I will hold my check and pen, that's a blue pen. And that's why, throw arrow draw say, because they know what they are going to get. Before you see Sheriff is making 100 million streams, or make it 200 million, new one nearby, soldier. Go and check. 7 million, 8 million, just like less than few a year, is making over 10 million streams across.
Wow.
That is what it is. That is what the money does. So these labels, you know, so we are artists. Now build a catalog a year. You'll be able to have access to attract some of these people. They will support you with sometimes with front money. We artists. Now we try video crowd, now we hear scar. They can help you, give you some money and then all that. But and you free money.
Alone.
A loan. But say they are bow. But me who say a year because so to win your opportunity. A bow also market. Because idea we are saying a brand where's your bad who for no scar. I look at you stroke because what you're bringing a good team. There's nothing. I feel more now. When I'm not going you, so basically, this is what happens, and that's what Kwame Eugene has been able to do, and which for me, I wish him very well. But Onwakasa, he's a focused guy. He's strong. These you boys, you know, I respect them. Because they brought new evolution to music. They brought new energy, new dynamics. And my son is here. I was listening to his earlier submission about his songs. With all this presidential publicity that you've got, try and use it very well. Say, you know, you discover, Kakrana Abano, Bomodian say, use it to record songs. Songs there, I like what you said that you are an Afro fusion artist. Don't stick yourself to fusion base. Once you have the voice,
do commercial,
go for commercial. What I say, because ABA, sa adumi epie here, ABA na sa adumi, maybe me yankotam scanner for mobile. So what are you going to depend on? So come out. Now you have the resources, you have money. Now use the money, record good songs. Come. to the do collaborations. Now they travel. Yeah, no, you guys get stuck here. Your Ghanaian is they get stuck. Move, go to Nigeria, go to Kenya, go to South Africa. There are big deals happening around the world.
Especially even my own guys in Kumasi. They don't even want to leave their comfort zone and come to Accra.
Their staff over there. The competition is tight.
No, but competition is good. Yeah. Competition is good.
Whatever you don't know, get professionals. Let seek knowledge. Spend some of the money. We seek the in the because we need to find a way to make sure we help you. What I say. So these are some of the things. Expand yourself. Don't remain in the fusion. If you Uber fusion in 5 years, you haven't got $1,000. Now they want to fusion anymore. To us, we apart from that, we have in Kaumbim. She said, Yakma the Kabang, and you couldn't the Yazo, the Yakma the Kadoki couldn't Kashika Studios, Karakot good videos. Nana Sakama videos, Akazo can video record. She's about late for now. Let me recommend him to Hustle Hard Studios in Tema. Aha. Yeah, Hustle Hard Studios. I'm quite sure. A very good singer. He's got it. What I say, President Kwaso and Adamfo. Or your video now they are too soon. No, they're tagging. Oh yeah, no, they're tagging. Your friends say
Kirani.
No, they're tagging.
I'm so much over fear.
What tagging? What tagging president? No, say, yeah, my son is working.
Obaka say, yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend.
Yeah. But on a serious note, this is what it is. Don't remain at one place. Don't be, you see, the world is too big for you to be a small shadow or at a small corner. The world is too big for you to become a shadow at a small zongo corner. Big up. Move out there. When you have the resources, there is only one limitation that hinders a man from progress. That is, you don't have the knowledge and you don't have the without. That's the money. But once I want the wisdom, what could school now take a bro find away if you go? See a travel book man can come. First, I brought from Kabum Tronyum, boy, Afrobeat, Camedo, and member Chichomo Trasi. Momus can't be the collaboration, no more push it, no more call, no more back. My man, first getting young artists back money in you.
Michimu now, Fanuco Studio.
It's going to
Fanuco Studio, no Fanto Soma.
Come out, so could come and visit Mr. Never know, Mamma.
Don't get that shit. Kirani, help us wrap up. Give us your final word. Your final word, share your social media handles, anything you want to tell your fans.
First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you to my elders in the studio. Thank you to Movement, Showbiz, and Kowan de KG na yaran don't chicken Ghana duka Nigeria.
Mutane zongo kai musu magana.
Mutane zongo mu duka mutane na kunta sai na ga ce da kira su da ba kare.
Gashi ne kaman kamera na ka kenan ka duba cikin kai musu magana.
Ko wanda ke.
Yi musu fira mu wuce gida.
Nagode pa. Thank you for all the support. I'm sure me damasi. I really appreciate the support. Asha's Son, my debut album, is out on all streaming platforms. It's been getting real good attention. Asha's Son, yeah, that's my mother. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. You can also connect with me on all streaming platforms, Kirani Ayat. And again, thank you. Nagode, Alibia.
Alhamdulillah.
Wow, this has been a wonderful interview. Like, from all angles, no, you're baby.
What's that?
You're baby.
Yeah, bad.
Yempong.
Are you going to Yanko? There's a song I like, but I don't know whether you can play.
Which song is that?
Yanko.
Mami da me make up artist. Mami fashion I can say Emma Aligina makeover. So me catch me say me the number no ebe tuja ansana ya ponju me de impacho. Open makeup papa bia for any occasion after 0554 716 746 0554 716-746. And then so Choppiest Foods at our romanti. You nya bibi the day bia ya bon koma kakra na ide try enum kakra. I open Adriane order bia parties, weddings, engagements, single